Hey, hello everybody. Thank you for hanging in there. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I think we're on now. So welcome to Hancock Park, our virtual experiences discovery stories. So today we're going to learn about whistle pigs. Whistle pigs? You're probably thinking, what's a whistle pig? Well, have you ever heard of a groundhog? I bet you have. So today we are going to learn about a groundhog, also called a whistle pig, also called a woodchuck. So all three of those names are the exact same animals. If you've ever heard anybody say a woodchuck or a groundhog, then you know you are talking about the exact same animal. So today I have a book called Woodchuck at Blackberry. So let me go ahead and get the book open. Woodchuck waddles around the apple tree by the gray cottage on Blackberry Road. She eats breakfast there. She holds a fruit in her two front paws and nibbles its sweetness. Then she stretches out to bask in the morning sun. Her whiskers glisten, wet and sticky from the ripe apples. There she is, right there. Every morning is the same. First, Woodchuck peeks over the top of her burrow to sniff the air and scout out danger. Scan and sniff. Twice she has almost met the teeth of a dog. Scan and sniff. All clear. Then she waddles over the stone wall for a bite of wild daisy, past the lilac hedge where the wild onion grow, across the patch of bitter buttercup, and finally over to the apple tree. Always the same, as predictable as a postman. With autumn asters and goldenrod showing in the yard, it'll soon be time for her long sleep underground. She will hibernate. Nose to the ground, she digs a new burrow behind the swing. Up in the sunlight, she feeds and grows round. Her belly scrapes the ground. And then one day, she squeezes back into her burrow, curls up tight, and says good night for months and months and months. Snowflakes cover the bushes and the trees. Ponds freeze, children skate, and people celebrate Groundhog Day. Still, the groundhog sleeps, all curled up in her burrow under the ground. She sleeps until the winter melts into spring. Woodchuck emerges, blinks and stretches. She sniffs the air. She gathers spring grasses and weaves them into a nest. On April 22nd, a new little chuckling is born. This new little whistle pig snuggles beside her three new little brothers. Naked and blind, she nestles close to her mother's soft tummy, drinks the warm milk, and falls back to sleep. Little babies. She stays safe in the burrow until she is 4 weeks old. Finally, fur covers her skin and her legs are strong. She has grown. When she stretches, she bumps her 3 siblings. It's now time to venture out. Mother checks the horizon and the air for danger. Scan and sniff. All is clear. She urges little whistle pig and the other chucklings out of the dark, earthy brown den and into the light. Now little whistle pig squints as she scrambles from the dark brown into the stunning bright. The air bursts from the earth to the bright sky and the green clover. Little whistle pig climbs to the top of her mother's back and sits up. A mother mountain! Look right there! Mother Woodchuck turns and nudges little whistle pig with her nose. She rubs her cheek, and then they eat. By summer's end, little whistle pig will have tasted Indian paintbrush, bitter buttercup, and daisies, the bite of a wild mushroom and dandelion, the sweet thrill of blackberries and raspberries and cherries, the bark of sumac and hickory and maple, a pumpkin vine from the garden, apples, and at least one June bug. Look at that. But today, little Whistle Pig samples the same greens her mother nibbles and discovers violets. Mother Woodchuck stops chewing. She sits upright and scans the landscape. The swing, the picnic table, a bicycle on its side. She smells the air. Violets, clover, phlox. No scent of predators, no dog, no fox. All is clear. Mother nudges the chucklings, encouraging them to waddle away from the den. Little Whistle Pig shuffles forward, 1, 2, 3 feet. She burrows her nose in the grasses and relaxes. There. Suddenly, Mother Woodchuck sits upright again. She scans, she sniffs, she dashes into the den. Now little Whistle Pig and her brother sit up, scared and confused. Mother grabs little Whistle Pig's neck and shoves her into the home, and her brothers scramble after them. The chucklings tumble down the chambers beneath the yard. As soon as they are inside the safety of the den, Mother heads back outside again. Little Whistle Pig follows uncertainly. Mother Woodchuck moves slowly, sniffing, moving her stubby snout back and forth. Mother trembles. She sits up, peers across the lawn, and bolts back into the den again. And this time, little Whistle Pig and her brother scurry right behind. Inside the safe den, little Whistle Pig takes great breaths. The earth smells deliciously mossy and dark, full of roots and worms. Little Whistle Pig shivers, but Mother Woodchuck wags her tail and says it's out into the sunshine again. Now the chucklings look around more cautiously this time. 2 of their cousins, a squirrel and a chipmunk, scurry around the maple tree. All is well. They sniff the air. No danger. No danger yet. Mother Woodchuck sits upright and dashes for the den again. Is this a game? Little Whistle Pig bolts into the burrow. Her brothers smack into her as they scramble down the hole. Mother repeats this. Dash again and again. These danger dashes make the breath rush from her. Someday the danger will be real. A great hairy beast roaring through the yard with glistening teeth. It would enjoy a bite of Woodchuck. After days like today, little Whistle Pig will know now to scan and sniff. Scan and sniff. But for now, little Whistle Pig rests, and Mother does the sniffing. She will alert the chucklings of danger. Exhausted, little Whistle Pig flattens herself on the mound of dirt by the den in the backyard of the gray cottage on Blackberry Road. She stretches. Her fur ripples around her neck. The sun shines on her whiskers. She smells the warm earth beneath her, feels the sun seep out from her coat, closes her eyes, and slips into sleep. Now, did you enjoy learning a little bit about groundhogs, or woodchucks, or whistle pigs as we call them? Now, woodchucks are amazing. They are related to the squirrel family. So they are really called the largest ground squirrels. Now, woodchucks are pretty much found all over North America, but mainly on the eastern side of the United States. So west of the Mississippi, you don't see woodchucks very much. So when we talk about Groundhog Day, this is an eastern side of the United States. Now let's talk about what our little woodchuck eats. Now, what do they eat? Plants. Plants and more plants. Now, they'll eat just about anything that is made out of plants. Now, you've probably heard the saying, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck? I know you want to sing it, right? Well, woodchucks are not beavers. They don't actually eat a tree. They don't dig down and get the hardwood of a tree. But what they will do is they will eat the bark of a tree. They love little tender grasses, though, and flowers. And you know what they especially love? Gardens. So oftentimes people don't enjoy having a woodchuck near their house because they will eat their flowers and eat their garden. Now, we said that they are part of the squirrel family. You can see with my woodchuck here, can you see its face? Can you see its teeth? So it has those rodent teeth. Let me show you right here. Now, with these teeth right here, you can see that they have those long incisors. They use those incisors to nip off the plants. Those are they're like little cutters. Now, those incisors keep growing, so they have to keep chewing in order to wear those incisors down. Otherwise, it would be dangerous for them. Now, what they're missing, of course, are their canine teeth. They don't have any of those sharp canine teeth that predators have. Instead, what they have is they have flat grinding teeth in the back. So, front incisors are for cutting the plants off. The back molars, these grinding teeth, are for grinding down the plants when they swallow them. So, it is now time for our woodchucks to be waking up. You haven't seen them all winter long because, as our book said, they actually are hibernators. They are actually true hibernators. What that means is, come winter time, they will go down into their den and their breathing will slow. Their body temperature will drop and they will sleep. They won't wake up at all winter long until it starts to warm up here in the springtime. And in the springtime here, they are coming back out. So if you're driving around or looking around, you might see one of these on the side. Then also start to watch when you find their den, because their den is under the ground. Coming here in the April month, you might start to see some of those little chucklings with Mama Woodchuck out there. If you see them, watch from a distance, because just like it said in our book, scan and sniff. As soon as they sense danger, whoop, back down into the hole they go. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about our whistle pigs today, and maybe you learned something new about our woodchuck or groundhog. And if you did, go ahead and give us a like on our page here. Now remember to join us here at 1 o'clock on Wednesday for our Way Back Wednesdays from the Hancock Park's virtual experiences. Bye everybody.